graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. We got ourselves a doubleheader today. No Phillies game tonight. Just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that because we are covering the Philadelphia 76ers as always. We cover the Sixers, we cover the Phillies, and we cover the Eagles on this channel. But yes, we got an afternoon baseball game today. It'll be the Toronto Blue Jays who are taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. And this should be a really intriguing matchup. The Blue Jays are 16-20 on the season. The Rays are 23-12. The Rays have been playing some really good baseball, and they really haven't gotten the credit that they've deserved. This team has been playing really good baseball. They're a small ball type of a team that obviously does have pop in the bat. Yandy Diaz has been having an awesome season for them so far. This is a guy who's batting .320, who has also driven in 22 RBI. Jonathan Aranda has 29 runs driven on in, and he also has had 7 homers as well. And then you talk about the great, of course, Junior Caminero, who's just having another superstar type of a season too. But they have a lot of guys in this lineup, and not even to mention Chandler Simpson, who just steals a lot of bags and he gets on base and leads the team in hits with 42 on the season. He's been spectacular for them too in their outfield. But they are looking to try to get their 24th win of the season, and they will send Shane McClanahan out there on the bump. McClanahan this year is a 3.1 ERA, and he's gone 29 innings. He has struck out 30 batters and has also given up 21 hits as well. So they are going to try to get the win out there at Tropicana. Meanwhile, the Toronto Blue Jays, it's been a very weird season for them. They've been hit by the injury bug. Max Scherzer's on the IL. Shane Bieber's on the IL for them as far as pitchers go. And then offensively, they're still without Anthony Santander. They're missing Addison Barger. They're missing Nathan Lucas. And they have just been getting hurt. And they've really been struggling in that department. So they've had to call up guys like Pinango, and Pinango's actually been hitting the ball for them very, very well. That's Yohendrick Pinango. But they still have Vladdy Guerrero Jr., even though he's been having a little bit of a down year as far as offensive production does go. From a home run perspective, he's still batting .328. He's still driving on in runs, but he just has not been able to figure out the long ball just yet. Kazuma Okamoto has been a beast for them. He's been hitting the ball very well. He's providing a lot of home runs for this Blue Jays team, and we get to see how he does this afternoon. He's been a fun player to watch, and this will be my first time calling him in real time, so that'll be really awesome to see, and I want to be able to see how he does. Ernie Clement still batting .289, but yeah, they're leaving a lot of guys on base, and they're just not able to drive in as many runs. Now, they've lost 3 straight, and they're looking to try to bounce out of their slump. They did lose the series to the Tampa Bay Rays, but they're trying to avoid that sweep. And last night, they ended up losing by a score of 4-3. Ben Williamson did have the go-ahead RBI single to help lift the Rays past the Toronto Blue Jays, and we'll see what happens this afternoon out at Tropicana. The Blue Jays will have Patrick Corbin out there on the bump. Patrick has a 1-0 record this year. In his last game that he pitched, he went 5 1/3 against the Minnesota Twins. He did get the win, and he allowed just 2 earned runs. He also did strike out 4 and gave up just a home run in the game. But this is a guy who is just a ground ball type of a pitcher. He mainly tries to keep the ball down in the zone, and that's the thing about him, is that if he's keeping the ball down, he can be really impactful. But we'll see how long he goes today. I expect that it's going to be like a 5-inning type of a performance from Patrick Corbin. If he gets you 6 innings for the Blue Jays, you're probably very, very happy about that. But I expect more of a 5-inning perspective from him. So I do want to say hello to everybody that is here in the chat. We got the D.A. David that's here. We got Rising Rhino that's also here as well. What's going on, guys? Good to see you guys on here. Absolutely. For some reason, this moved. There we go. That's better. Ben Tile is also here as well. I'm still salty towards the Jays over in 1993. It never erases people's memories. I was not alive then, but I obviously understand that it's a big mark in Philadelphia sports history. But yes, Long Ball, thank you so much for being on here as well. I appreciate each and every one of you. And yes, we will get things started right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so the starting lineup today for the Toronto Blue Jays, we'll get to that right now. So they will have George Springer leading it off. Springer is going to be DHing. Then you got Kazuma Okamoto playing over at third base, and he will be batting second. Batting third is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So Vladdy will be hitting third in the lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays. And then batting fourth, it'll be Lenin Sosa, who's playing over at second base. He'll be batting fourth for them. Batting fifth is Ernie Clement, who's playing over at shortstop this afternoon. And then you got Davis Schneider out in left field, Miles Straw in center field, and Yohendrick Pinango is out in right. And then over at the catcher position is Taylor Heineman. So that is the lineup today for the Toronto Blue Jays. Once again, the lineup again is George Springer, Kazuma Okamoto, and then you got Vladdy Guerrero Jr., Lenin Sosa, Ernie Clement, Davis Schneider, Miles Straw, Yohendrick Pinango, and, of course, Taylor Heineman as well. Okay, so let's make sure that we get our 3D graphic up and running right now as we take a look at this. We are now 58 or 58 subscribers away, I should say, from getting to 10,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much. 1 second. I had to let out a cough over there. So we're good. We're good. Nobody is going to choke. Cheers, everybody. L'chaim. McClanahan has a 3-2 record, a 3.1 ERA, and 30 strikeouts this year as well, and 13 walks allowed too. So we are ready to start the day with some baseball. McClanahan, a left-handed pitcher. This will be his 7th start of the season. He's also allowed just 1 homer as well. And he'll face George Springer to start off the top of the first. We are underway, and the first pitch will be up high and away for a ball. So it's 1 ball and no strikes to George Springer. McClanahan with a 4-seamer, a changeup, a slider, and a curveball that he throws in his toolbox. And the 1-0 pitch is going to be fouled out of play. So that makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. Final score predictions. Let me know down below. Chua's also here. What's up, Chua? I didn't see you on here. No choking allowed on today's podcast. The 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Hey, JJ, can you be quiet? Absolutely. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. And Springer is down on strikes. Is that better, Rhino? Shout out to my guy, Rising Rhino. He's the best. Well, he did. Guys, go subscribe to Rising Rhino for all your football needs. The pitch. That's taken down for a ball. No Embiid tonight. Is he out? The pitch. Line drive, base it out to left field. Kazuma Akamoto is going to get an easy double out of this. And he will stand up over at second base. And so he's in scoring position. A one-out double off the bat of Kazuma Akamoto at 112 miles per hour. That thing was scorched out to left. All right, so he is over at second base. We got Jerry Garcia and a bottle in the chat. What's going on, Jerry? How you doing, my friend? It is very good to see you on here. Yes, sir. Okay. Oh, I got to fix the box score because we have an ad popping on up. Here's Vladdy Guerrero Jr., who's going to take the first pitch in the zone for a called strike. Uh-oh. That's not what we wanted. Uh-oh. The ball's one strike. And here's the pitch. And that misses outside for a ball. What the heck is going on with this? There we go. That's better. The pitch to Vladdy. And it's grounded over towards the pitcher, McClanahan. And the throw over to first is in plenty of time. So that's that. And there's out number 2. So Springer struck out. Akamoto doubled. And Vladdy just grounded out over to first. Did they say that he was out, or is he doubtful? The ball is one strike. He's been ruled out. Wow. Interesting. The ball is one strike. And the pitch to Sosa. This is grounded over towards short. Sliding stop. The throw to first. What a play by Taylor Walls. There's out number 3. The arm strength from him just to be able to make that play. A backhanded stop, and he gets up, shoots out of a cannon, and fires a strike over to first. And throws it at least 150 feet away over towards the first baseman without it touching the ground. That was really impressive. All right, so we are going to go to the bottom of the first. All right. It'll be Diaz who comes on up to the plate. Okay, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the bell icons. Yeah, I just got the notification too. That's too bad. It is what it is. Got to play without him. All right, Yandy Diaz will lead it off. It'll be Diaz DHing today for the Tampa Bay Rays, as always. Ryan Valade is out in right field, and he'll be batting second. It's Junior Caminero who will be batting third, playing over at third base. And fourth is Jonathan Aranda, who's playing over at first. Johnny DeLuca, he's out in center field. He'll be batting fifth. Then you got Williamson, who's going to be batting sixth. That is Ben Williamson, who is playing over at second. Chandler Simpson's out in left field. Nick Fortes is catching. And Taylor Walls is playing over at short. So once again, it's Diaz, who is batting leadoff. Valade batting second, Caminero batting third, batting fourth is Aranda, fifth is DeLuca, sixth is Williamson, seventh is Simpson, and then eighth is Fortes, and last but not least, it's Walls batting in the 9 spots. On the bump for the Toronto Blue Jays is a guy named Patrick Corbin, and he's not just an ordinary guy, he's a World Series champion. He also played with the Diamondbacks, and he's been with the Toronto Blue Jays since the beginning of the season. Last season was on the Texas Rangers. But this year so far, a 3.65 ERA, 20 strikeouts as well, and a 1-0 record and a 1.26 whip. on the season so far. He's now 36 years old. And he'll face Diaz to start off the bottom of the first. And the first pitch will be taken for a called strike at the knees. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the bell icons, folks. The 0-1 to Diaz. Line drive slapped out to right center, and that'll get down for a base hit. This is what Yandy Diaz does. He's a hitting machine, and he sends one off the end of the bat out to right center. And there's a leadoff single in the bottom of the first for Tampa Bay. And here comes Ryan Valade. He is going to be up next. Where are my Rays fans at? Where are my Jays fans at? Good to see you guys on here. Charge! The pitch. And that's low for a ball. Corbin has also given up 3 homers on the season, including 1 in the last game, and that was to Byron Buxton, who's homered in 8 of his last. And he's actually homered 8 times in his last 8 games. He's on a really wild tear. So is Kazuma Okamoto, too. He's been hitting the ball well. Next pitch, foul ball. Quick first. Thank you so much, whoever subscribed. The 1-1 pitch, line drive, foul ball. Clayton, I believe that was you. Clayton, thank you so much for subscribing, if that was you. Ryan Valade this year against lefties, hitting .286. He's driven in 9 runs, and he also has 1 homer. He's a right-handed hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch on the way, and that is taken low for ball 2. Jays might turn this into a game, but it's Tampa. The Rays have had a very good season so far, as we mentioned before. They've been sort of underneath a lot of people's radar. 2-2 pitch, and that is inside for ball 3. The count is now full. Junior Caminero waits in the on-deck circle. Valade is 0 for 2 in his career against Patrick Corbin. And the 3-2, and that misses downstairs for ball 4. And Patrick Corbin already in a pickle, and Junior Caminero is going to come on up to the plate for the Tampa Bay Rays. Charge! The Rays this year on 2-seam fastballs are hitting .337, which is second most in all of baseball. Toronto is actually batting .303 against the 2-seamer, which is 6th best in Major League Baseball. Here's Junior Caminero, the power hitter himself, takes the first pitch that he sees down for a ball. The defense, by the way, for the Toronto Blue Jays, Taylor Hyman is catching. Over on the bump is Patrick Corbin. At first base, you got Vladdy. At second, you got Lenine Sosa. Then you got Clement over at short and Okamoto at third. The pitch. This is grounded over towards the third base side, but it's a foul ball. Okamoto fielded it. Acted like it was a live ball, but it was a foul ball. In the outfield for Toronto, Davis Schneider's in left. Miles Straw's in center. And Yohendrick Pinango is out in right. And George Springer is, of course, the DH. 1 ball, 1 strike. Diaz at second, Valade at first, and the 1-1 delivery way off the plate for ball 2. That changeup is just not getting the oomph that Corbin wants. Two balls, 1 strike. And here's the pitch to Caminero. This is tapped over towards second. The tag to second, there's 1. The throw to first, there's 2. And that's a 4-3 double play. Diaz does go on over to third base. But, however, there are 2 outs and a runner on over at third now. There's actually a pretty good pitch there by Corbin. Caminero got on top of it. That was not the result that Tampa Bay wanted. 2 outs, bottom of the first. D is at third. Jonathan Aranda, who's driven in a lot of runs this season, will face Patrick Corbin for the first time ever. He's never faced Patrick Corbin before. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch to Aranda is a slider that's in the zone for strike 1. You think Corbin can go over 2.5 Ks? I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. But shout out to you, my friend. Thanks so much for being on here. The 1-1, that's going to hit Aranda in the knee. And he is going to go on over to first base. Wasn't like it was a fast pitch, but he wasn't really squinting his eyes that much. He just took that one right below the knee. I'm sure it has to hurt, obviously. So a hit by pitch, and there's 2 base runners again. They've had a total of 3 base runners in this inning. 2 of them, though, are on base. Johnny DeLuca takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. Corbin has thrown 16 pitches in this first. DeLuca rocking the stash. The 1-0 pitch. And it misses down in the way for ball 2. The crew chief this afternoon. The home plate umpire is Nestor Seja. Charlie Ramos is over at first. David Rackley's at second. And Chris Guccione is over at third. 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0 delivery, foul ball. Haven't seen Chris Guccione this year. Maybe that's why I did the game. Just kidding. Two balls, 1 strike, and the 2-1 delivery is another breaking ball in the dirt, and it's going to bounce away from the catcher, but not too far away to advance the runners. 3-1 is the count now. C, thank you so much for subscribing. What is that, C? Oh, Cook. Thanks so much for subscribing. 3-1 pitch, ground ball, hit over towards shortstop. Clement has it, flips it over to second, and the fielder's choice is completed, and the inning is over. We're going to go to the second inning. No score between Tampa Bay and Toronto. Six-four fielder's choice. And Clement will come on up to the bag, or to the plate, to lead off the second. All right. Well, we got word tonight that Joel Embiid is not going to play for the Sixers. That's great. It is what it is. They got to win without him. On a football note, I see the Eagles have the 7th easiest schedule this year based on last year's win totals. The Giants 24, Commanders 25. Oh, it's minus 20. Yeah, 24th. Commanders 25th. And then Cowboys 29th. Did the schedule come out? Because I thought that schedule release day was on like the 15th or something like that. Don't I actually have it in my calendar? Then again, maybe not. Interesting. Carlos Correa is going to undergo season-ending ankle surgery. We got that news a little bit ago. He has a torn tendon in his left ankle, and so he is done for the rest of the season for the Houston Astros. That really does put a sting into things for them. Oh, he was playing over at third, but he is a guy that obviously when he's healthy is a really good hitter for them. That's really unfortunate news for them. CK, but I'll go by Jerry on YouTube. Well, Jerry, thank you so much for subscribing. The name says Cook. But yeah, CK. Oh, man. But what's going on, Jerry? Good to see you on here, my friend. Folks, we cover the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles on this channel primarily, but we also love to do baseball. It's our favorite sport. And if you love baseball as much as I do, spread the word. Tell other people about this channel. The ball's one strike. And up to bat, by the way, is Ernie Clement. That is tough news. Guess that they overturned it because it was challenged from the ABS system by Ernie Clement, and it was a ball. The pitch. This is going to be grounded over to third and picked up by the third baseman, Caminero, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time. And there's out number one. It'll be Davis Schneider who comes back on up to the plate. And Schneider stares at the curveball. That's at the knees for strike one. That had a lot of good movement to it. Thank you so much, my friend. It's good to see you. 0-1 pitch. That's going to be in there for strike two. This is our third Rays game that we've done this year. We're trying to make sure that we get everybody involved. This is our first Blue Jays game that we've covered. The ball's 2 strikes. And here's the 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Schneider is down on strikes. The changeup is working for McClanahan. And there's out number 2. It'll be Miles Straw who comes on up next. We are 55 subscribers away from getting to the 10,000 marker. 55 more. Miles Straw will swing and miss at the changeup, and the count is 0-1. The ball is 1 strike to Miles Straw, batting .291, and he stares at the four-seamer that is in the zone at 96. First strike 2. 2 outs, base is empty, and the 0-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. That curveball and the changeup are just working super well for Shane McClanahan. Miles Straw is looking at the home plate umpire about something, but the inning is over nonetheless. I believe they're going to the phones, and John Schneider's going to not challenge this. What was he thinking? It was maybe catcher's interference? It's not interference at all. Nothing. But we go to the bottom of the second regardless. Back-to-back strikeouts for Shane McClanahan. And we will go to the bottom of the second inning. Okay, McClanahan, 19 pitches, 15 strikes. He's looked, and I know it's only 2 innings, but so far, so good for Shane McClanahan. He's been pitching very well lately. Over his last 2 outings overall, 11 innings, no runs, just 8 hits allowed, and he has struck out 12. Has only given up 2 walks, too. So, starting to sort of return to old-fashioned, maybe, old form, which is a good sign for them. As he's now 29 years old. Hard to believe. He's been in the league since 2021. Boy, oh boy. All right, final score predictions. What are your final score predictions of this ball game? Let me know down below. By the way, the Brewers have a 4-0 lead against the St. Louis Cardinals. Andrew Vaughn in a 3-run shot. And Jake Bauers also had an RBI single. All in the top of the first inning against Andres Palante. That's the only game that's going on right now. Oh, boy. Man, the Sixers losing Joel. That's tough for tonight. Here we go to the bottom of the second. Ben Williamson comes up, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. The second pitch, he'll float this one out over towards right center, but the hanging time is going to be up pretty high, and the catch is going to be made for out number 1 out in the right center field alleyway. Real DJ Crooked Letter. What's going on, my friend? He says 3-1 Tampa Bay. Let's go. 6-2 Blue Jays, says David. And Pope Martin is here. Pope, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you back on again. I saw you on the other day. Chandler Simpson is up, and he takes the first pitch that he sees down for a ball. And the second pitch, he'll float this one out to right field. And a sliding catch made out in right by Yohendrick Pinongo. He slid a little bit awkwardly. He didn't want to backhand it, and he probably should have, but regardless, he made the catch. He just put the glove right over towards his right side, left it open-handed, and just was able to make the catch. What a play. Simpson hit that one pretty sharply. And so 2 quick outs in the bottom of the second. Pope says, go Rays. Fortes in the box, the 1-0 pitch. And this is grounded on a hop over towards shortstop. Ernie Clement backhands it, throws it over to first. And just like that, the inning is over. It took 5 pitches just to get 3 outs. And we will go to the 3rd inning with no score. That was quick. That was very, very quick. All right. So ground that over to short. And there's 3 outs, just like that. I'm going to take a very quick step off, all right? I will be right back. Do not go anywhere. Just a quick step off. Here we go to the top of the 3rd inning. It's 1 ball, no strikes. This is Yohendrick Pinongo, who's been hitting the ball very well in this series, 4 for 9. 1-0 pitch from McClanahan, swing and a miss. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Stromesies is here. What's going on, Stromesies? How you doing, my friend? Fist pump to you. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pinongo in the box. And the 1-1. That's taken down for ball 2. So Springer struck out. Okamoto doubled. And then Vladdy grounded out over to McClanahan. And Sosa grounded out over to third. That all happened in the first. The 2-1 pitch, foul ball. Then in the second, Clement grounded out to third. Schneider struck out, and Straw struck out too. And so it's Yoendrick Penango who's up to bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, foul ball. The slider was left over towards the knees over the center of the plate. Supposed to go down a little bit more. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the top of the third, no score out at Tropicana. The 2-2 pitch, and this is grounded sharply over to first, but Aranda picks it up, and he will take it right on over to the bag for the first out of the third. As far as things go for Tampa Bay, Diaz singled to lead off the first inning, and then Valade walked. Caminero grounded into a 4-3 double play. Aranda got hit by a pitch, and then DeLuca grounded into a 6-4 fielder's choice to end the first. And then in the bottom of the second, they saw 5 pitches, and that was it. Williamson popped out to right. Chandler Simpson lined out to right. It was a nice sliding catch made by Penango. And then Fortes grounded out over to short. No balls, 1 strike to Taylor Hyman. He's the only guy that hasn't batted for Toronto. And the 0-1 is fouled away. Hyman this year, batting .176. Has not gotten a hit, though, since April 25th. So it's been 11 days. 0-2, outside for a ball. Hyman is now 34 years old. He's been all around the majors. McClanahan gets set and delivers. And the pitch is grounded over towards third. Played on the hop by Caminero. Shuffles his feet, throws it over to first. And there's out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. That's the 5th ground ball out that has been recorded today from Shane McClanahan. Shantae is here. What's up, Shantae? How you doing? Good to see you. And now it's George Springer who's up next. And the pitch that Springer takes is outside for ball 1. McClanahan gets set, kicks, deals, and the next pitch is down for a ball. George Springer has 2 homers this year. He is now 5 homers away from getting to the 300 marker. The 2-0 delivery. Grounded over to third. Played on the hop again by Caminero. Throws it over to first. Nice dig over at first base by Jonathan Aranda on the backhand on the ground. And so the inning is done. We will go to the bottom of the third. Good pitching so far in this game from Shane McClanahan and Patrick Corbin as well. So we go to the bottom of the third. All right, chat, I'm thinking of a letter. I'm thinking of a letter. Which letter am I thinking of? You have 26 choices. I want to see if you can get the letter. Just thinking of a random letter. A random letter just popped on into my head. Oh boy, let's take a sip of water. R. It's not R. It's not J. Nice try though, Greg. 18. Perfect letter. Not a number, a letter. P for Philly. That is actually correct. I was actually thinking about P for Philly. I was. No joke. Some of you guys are smart, man. Some of you guys are really smart. There you go. Spider Burns got it. What's up, Ashley? So we're in the bottom of the third, and the pitch will be taken for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Taylor Walls is in the box, and he slaps the pitch foul over towards the left side. Those, tell you what, they're showing these types of sandwiches that they have at the ballpark out in Tampa Bay, and that looks pretty appetizing. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch, and that's a foul ball. You know, the one thing that you have to say about whenever you're doing baseball compared to the other 4 sports is that you can never go hungry when you're doing a baseball game. It's so true. There's always at least like 1 segment per like every 3-4 games, no matter what the home broadcast is, where you just see somebody eating. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is Taylor Walls, who has 6 RBI. And the pitch on the way, fly ball hit out over towards left center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And Walls is going to be held up to a single. Tell you that out in left field, Davis Schneider tried to dive for it. He wasn't going to get over to it, and on the backup there was Miles Straw. He did an excellent job backing them up and cutting off the runner, Taylor Walls, over at first. And that is the first hit since the first inning. And Yandy Diaz, who got the other hit, is going to come on up to the plate. So here is Diaz in the box. And the pitch to Yandy, it is down and in for a ball. Edward's here. What's up, Edward? Folks, we are 3 subscribers away from 9,950 subs. If you enjoyed this content, make sure that you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. Time is going to be called, and Corbin wants to have a conversation with his catcher, Hindman. One ball, no strikes. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. To subscribing to the channel, by the way, is free. Andrew's here. What's up, Andrew? How you doing, my friend? Haven't seen you in a little bit of time. Oh, wait, you were on yesterday. You popped in. You said hi. Hello, Andrew. 1 ball, no strikes. In the bottom of the third. Diaz in the box. And the 1-0 delivery inside for ball 2. Have any of you been to Tropicana? 5 homers and 22 RBI from Yandy Diaz. The 2-0 pitch, grounded over to short. This could be 2. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw to first, and that is a 6-4-3 double play. And 2 away. And Ryan Valade is going to come on up to the plate. Excellent pitching so far from Patrick Corbin. I'm always here to support you. I appreciate you, my friend. I forgot. I was like, oh, wait, I forgot I saw you on here yesterday. You're the man. Does driving by it count? I guess. The pitch. Line drive hit out over to center, and the catch is made for out number 3. Miles Straw was on the run over towards home plate, and he'll keep on running home as he'll have to go back over to the dugout, and we're going to go to the top of the 4th. There we go. Tell you what, a couple of hard-hit shots from this Tampa Bay Rays team, including one by Simpson, but it was a nice sliding catch by Penango. And then you just saw one that was roped out the center, but Valade was able to catch it. Shromsey says, no, but I love their juice. You've never been to the stadium, but you love their juice. Interesting. Oh, yeah, orange juice. I get it. It took, I'm still waking up, man. I'm still waking up. It is what it is. GG's. GG's, man. I'll take the L there. But regardless, yeah, I like their juice too. I like their orange juice. It is pretty good, OJ. What time is it? It is 1:47 p.m. Eastern Time. Favorite Rays player of all time? Favorite Blue Jays player of all time? Okay, so if we're talking about the Tampa Bay Rays, my favorite Tampa Bay Ray of all time, I would probably go with David Price. It's a tie, though, because I really liked B.J. Upton, Melvin Upton Jr. I thought that he was a really fun player to watch when I was growing up. So I would say that, favorite outfielder, favorite pitcher, those have to count. And for the Blue Jays, as the pitch is in there for a strike, I loved Edwin Encarnacion. He was my favorite power hitter on the Blue Jays. And pitching-wise, Marcus Stroman was good, but I liked Ricky Romero. Thought Ricky was a good player. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards shallow right field. And Valade's there, and he'll make the grab. And there's 1 gone in the 4th. Blue Jays, Carlos Delgado. That's a good choice. That's a pretty good choice. I didn't see Delgado on the Jays. I saw him when he was on the Mets. It was later in his career. But he was dominant for sure with Toronto. The pitch is down for a ball to Vladdy Guerrero Jr. Tampa Bay, Wade Boggs. Another good one. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. Foul ball. I know a lot of people would probably say Evan Longoria, too. They put him in the conversation, but Evan wasn't my favorite Ray. I liked Carl Crawford. I liked Zobrist. I liked Evan Longoria, but he just wasn't my favorite. Rory says Joe Carter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. My Philly freaks would definitely not like that answer. 1-2 pitch. High bouncer. Hit towards the left side of the mound. McClanahan has it. Throws it over to first, and it's in time. Shane McClanahan with a heck of a play. He had to get off the mound and had to wait for the bouncer to come on down and fire a missile over to first base as he had to spin and make an excellent throw. And Aranda says, thank you very, very much. Nice. Go Rays, baby. Crawford. Yeah, it's Carl Crawford. 2 outs, top of the 4th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's to Lenine Sosa. Excellent defense by McClanahan. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch just a bit outside for a ball. Stu's here. What's up, Stu? Good to see you on here, Stu. He says Fred McGriff. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Here it comes. Fouled away. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the 4th. And the 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss. And the former White Sox strikes out, and McClanahan gets himself another strikeout. He's been really good so far, and we are going to go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's been a good pitching matchup between the both of these teams. I don't have a problem with Joe Carter. I had a problem with Mitch Williams, says David Archer. Makes sense. But there are people that definitely do not like Joe Carter. It's like, you know what's funny? And I didn't realize this, but I wonder, so Kawhi hit the quadruple doink against the Philadelphia 76ers. But Sixers fans, they don't say that they're, that Kawhi, that they don't say that they don't like Kawhi. I feel like as time has gone on, they're like, like that happened. Like, it is what it is. Like, that was a bad moment in Philadelphia history for sports. But when it comes to Joe Carter, it's different. And I guess part of the reason why is because it was the World Series. I guess that's really like the main reason why. But I'm bringing this up because it's funny to me how not as many people bring up that shot, because that was like the craziest shot I've ever seen. The craziest shot. But you would think that Kawhi would get, more, like, I don't want to say hatred, but he wouldn't get as much, he wouldn't get, yeah, I don't know. Patrick Corbin's our ace. Patrick Corbin's your ace. The way he's looking today, he's looking pretty good. The pitch, line drive, caught by Okamoto. And there's another hard hit, just right at Okamoto for out number 1. Love that Phillies team. Dykstra, Dalton, Kirk. Absolutely. What Joe Carter did is what dreams are made of in baseball, says Rory Moore. Well, it's like what Kawhi did too. I mean, they went on a magical run. It's the same sort of thing. But the difference was, I guess, is that Kawhi didn't do it in the championship. Joe Carter did it in the World Series. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. And it's inside for ball 3. We are 50 subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers. 50. Oh my gosh. Insane. The pitch, and that's inside for ball 4. And Aranda will get on with a 1-out walk. So Caminero lined out to his counterpart. That 76ers team was loaded. That Sixers team was really good. Should have kept Jimmy. So Aranda walks. Johnny DeLuca is up to bat. That Raptors team was loaded, though. Gosh. They had Hall of Famers left and right. The 1-0 pitch. Line drive. Base hit out to right center field. That's going to go all the way towards the wall. Aranda lost the helmet, and he's going to sprint his way home. And Tampa Bay strikes first. An RBI double. Hit by Johnny DeLuca. That walk really killed Corbin. And he had to deliver from the stretch. And Johnny DeLuca sent a missile out to right center, and it went all the way towards the wall. Aranda just kept on going and going and going. And here comes Ben Williamson. Williamson takes the first pitch for a called strike on the outside edge of the knees. What's up, Morty? How you doing, my friend? So the Rays just were able to take a 1-0 lead on an RBI double by Johnny DeLuca. Here's the 0-1. That fastball is down the pike for strike 2. Williamson flied out in the second to right field. The 0-2 pitch to Williamson. Down for a ball. Jerry says, well, it was bound to happen. Batters are hitting .350 against Patrick Corbin the second time he faces an opponent's starting lineup. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the 1-2 pitch. Line drive off the glove, and it got a little piece of Corbin. It's hit over to second, and the throw to first is in just in the nick of time. DeLuca goes on over to third. Patrick says he's okay. The umpire's going to go out there to check up on him. That ball was hit right off of his glove, and then it got a piece of his left-handed wrist. And so John Schneider and the trainer are going to go check up on him. He says that he's fine. Actually really hit off of his right wrist. So it was not his throwing arm. I thought maybe it hit the glove first, but no, it got a piece of his wrist. And then it was hit towards the right side of second, which is where they were playing, or where they were shifted against Williamson. So over at third base is now DeLuca. That goes down as a 1-4-3 ground out. Here comes Simpson. And the pitch is down for a ball. Chandler batting .302. He has 3 hits in the series and 9 at-bats. And the pitch is grounded right out to right field for a hit. And running on home is DeLuca. 2-0 Tampa Bay. Hit sharply towards the hole. And the funny part is that Vladdy was off of first base. Didn't even want to dive for that ball. I'm not saying that he would have got there, but he didn't even attempt to dive. 2-0 Tampa Bay. And the pitch, and another line drive, another base hit out to right field. That's from Fortes. Simpson stops at second, and more pressure coming on Patrick Corbin. Charge! Crazy. I'm new. Love the setup. You're a very good caller. Thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you on here. I mainly cover the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles, but I love doing baseball. Baseball's my favorite sport. This is our 3rd Rays game that we've done. This is our 1st Blue Jays game that we've done. I'm not being biased. I try to get energized for when both teams score, of course, and we try to keep it fair. The pitch is in there for a strike. Walls singled in the 3rd, and he is 2 for 4 in this series so far. Wouldn't even care if the Blue Jays are getting swept if it wasn't a baseball terrorist. The ball is 1 strike. Nothing and 1 is the count. Rory's here. What's up, Rory? How you doing, my friend? The ball is 1 strike. Bottom of the 4th, 2 away. And the 0-1 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards left center field. It'll stay in the ballpark. And Straw's there in the alleyway to make the grab. The damage is done, though. Johnny DeLuca and Chandler Simpson have RBI base hits. It was an RBI double from DeLuca and an RBI single from Simpson. And we're going to go to the top of the 5th inning. 2-0 Rays. So Fortes singled, and it was actually Walls who flied out over towards left center. I finally saw that Ellie play from last night. Brutal, he didn't get in front of that. That was a big mistake. Said it right there. Should have had it. Easily should have had it. Hello, Coco, thank you for the sub. Lord Mo, 74, thank you for the sub as well. You both get a bell. Once again, folks, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. We appreciate each and every one of you for being on here as we cover another baseball game. I want to make sure I get this correct. So we did 23 World Baseball Classic games, right? But during the season so far, we've done, this is our 22nd Major League Baseball game that's non-Phillies. Non-Phillies. And we've done, I believe, 21 Phillies. No, we've done more than 21 Phillies games. We've done 29 Phillies games, if I'm correct. No, 28. 28 Phillies games. Embiid's out tonight, yeah, I saw. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. And I'll say this, I think it's important for him to get the rest. And it might actually be a good game, it might be a good thing to shake it up to see if the Sixers can get a little bit of mojo, and hopefully New York won't take their foot off, for their sake. They're going to hope to try to not take their foot off the gas, but the game plan changes. 1 ball, no strikes to Ernie Clement. McClanahan kicks, deals, and the curveball is in there for a strike. I'll tell you what, watching McClanahan throw that curveball today, it has a lot of really good movement to it, Rays fans. 1 ball, 1 strike in the pitch, and he throws the changeup there, swing and a miss. A lot of times when he's throwing that curveball, he goes to the changeup next against righties, I've noticed. And they look so deceptive. 1-2 pitch, and this is grounded over to short. It was a changeup. Walls picks it up, throws it over to first, and that's in time. Only fee for a free baseball stream is a like. That's right. That's it. A like and a sub. McClanahan with the curveball, 4 groundouts, 2 flyouts, and 1 strikeout. And he'll face Davis Schneider, and the pitch is in there for a strike. The curveball usage this season, he's thrown it 9% of the time. Today, it's up to 27%, so that's 3 times the amount that he usually throws it. The pitch is called a ball. Schneider, I believe, is going to challenge this, though. The Rays are going to challenge this, excuse me. And that is a strike. So they win their challenge. No balls, 2 strikes. My guy, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you on here, Evan. Evan Hanst. 0-2 on the way, and that's up high. Hey, bro, what do you think about the Cubs? Do you think that they can win the NL Central? They're on a 7-game winning streak and already had a 10-game win streak, so what are your thoughts about that? 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 on the way, and Schneider's going to fly one out over towards straightaway center. The catch is made, and there's out number 2. So here are my thoughts about that. We thought that, and I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here, but we thought that the Detroit Tigers last year, with where they were by the All-Star break, that team was going to win the World Series. There were people, not all of us, but there were a lot of people that said, well, that team just looks unstoppable. And then in September, they really cooled off. They came flat back down to earth, and they almost lost the division. So I think that they definitely can win the division. I actually do have them as my division winners. As Straw's up at the plate, and the pitch to Straw. There's a high fly ball hit out to deep left center field. It's going to bounce off the spectrum sign, and Straw's going to get a double. If that was just maybe a couple of feet further, that would have been a home run. McClanahan threw a hanging changeup over to Miles Straw, and there's a 2-out double. But just to wrap up my points, I will say that I still have them winning the division. I had them to win it at the beginning of the season. But I do think it's going to be a closer race. I do. I think it'll be closer. But thanks for asking, my friend. They're going to challenge this. Or they're going to review this to see if it's a home run. Let me look at the review here. Are they going to show a replay? If it hit over the yellow line, that's a home run. Let's look again. I don't think it did. I think that's just a double. A couple of feet higher, and it would have been a home run. So the call was confirmed, and it is a 2-out double. The Sanchez changeup was filthy last night. I'm telling you, we gotta get him a band called Christopher Sanchez and the changeup. I said it last night. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. A guy that has the second best changeup, arguably, in all of baseball. Logan Webb's changeup has really taken a dip. I don't know why, but it has. The pitch is going to be grounded over towards the pitcher, McClanahan. He'll play it on a hop, throw it over to first, and the inning is over. Shane's made some really good plays in the field as well. And we're going to go to the bottom of the fifth. No runs, one man left in scoring position. And Penango grounds out to end the inning, and we're going to go to the bottom of the fifth. A sub above, baby. Pope Martin, I appreciate you, my friend. What's up, Brandon? How you doing? NL Central is up for grabs. Go Reds, says Pope Martin. Hey, bro, did you read my comment above the Cubs? Let me know. I just did. I did read your comment, and I commented back on it. I said that, I have the Cubs winning the division, but, we looked at the Tigers last year by the All-Star break, and a lot of people thought that the Tigers were just the most unstoppable team in all of baseball, and there were people that picked them to go to the World Series. And then they really cooled off in September. I've seen this a lot of times, like where a team gets really hot. Like the Philadelphia Phillies, for example, like 2 years ago, they started off the season on a tear. They were doing such a great job. That was in 2023, and they looked like that they were just going to be unbeatable. And then they cooled off right during the London series against the New York Mets, and then they came flat back down to earth, and they were on a bad losing streak, and they were not taking care of business, and they ended up being a first-round exit. So anything can certainly happen. But I have them winning the division for sure. I do. But it's 162 games for a reason. Zach Gallen's changeup has taken a dip too. Absolutely. Knows how to pitch, though. For sure. That's a good point. Yeah, the two best changeups, the two best pitchers who have a good changeup in baseball are Sanchez and I would say Scubell. I know that he's hurt, though. The ball is one strike to Yandy Diaz, and the first pitch, or the next pitch, I should say, is grounded over to third. Akamoto picks it up and throws it over to first to get the first out of the fifth. We're in the bottom of the fifth, and it's 2:10. This game is 1 hour old. Braden Fisher warming up in the bullpen. And Patrick Corbin's next victim is Ryan Valade. Valade walked in the first, lined out to center in the third, and he's up to bat for his third appearance today. Absolutely Spider Burns, Giants. Got to put the respect on the dock. 0-1, foul ball. Well, I appreciate you, my friend. I hope you had a great birthday. I really do. And thank you for the super chat last night. That was really nice. 0-2 pitch. This is grounded over to short, picked up by Clement, and the throw to first is in time. It's funny because a lot of the times when Patrick Corbin is pitching out there, when he gets the ground balls to go, it's like the fielders don't even have to move. The ball just comes right to them. It's just funny. Usually sometimes like you'll see on a ground ball that the player has to come running on in, or they have to maneuver towards their left or their right, but a lot of these ground balls, they're just hit right over to the fielders. Here's Junior Caminero, who's 0 for 2. The ball is 1 strike. The first pitch was a changeup. The second pitch is also a changeup, and that's in the zone for strike 2. That's what Donnie Baseball is all about. Yeah, Diamond Zone's fun. Diamond Zone is basically NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. And we have a fun time. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the inning is over. Corbin able to get out of the inning and get himself a 1-2-3 inning. And we will head to the 6th. 2-0 Rays. I'm putting you on TV. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Once again, folks, we go on for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football. But we love baseball. We're diehard baseball fans. Tomorrow afternoon, we got ourselves another afternoon baseball game. Which game are we doing tomorrow? I think we're doing Rays. Oh, no, we're doing the Royals, and the Guardians at 2:10. And then we got the Phillies and A's tomorrow night. And then Friday, we got the 76ers playing against the Knicks for Game 3. And then we're going to do Giants and Pirates. So that'll be our doubleheader on Friday. And then Saturday, we got the Phillies again at 6:05. And then Sunday, we got the Phillies, and then we got the Sixers. So that's our doubleheader. Can't wait to what Donnie Baseball does facing the lefties. Can't wait to see what Donnie Baseball does against the lefties. Mets last year as well. That's true. Actually, the Mets in 2021. That was the year that the Rays the Braves won the World Series. If you remember during that 2021 season, they had like over 100 wins, and then it came down to the final series against the Atlanta Braves where they were both tied, and the Braves ended up winning that game and knocked the Mets out, and the Mets became a wild card team. And WFAN the very next day was definitely, they sounded like that they were on life support. That's crazy. Top of the 6th, and the pitch is taken for a ball. Taylor Heineman is up. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch to Heineman, and that'll be in there for a called strike. Shane McClanahan just has 57 pitches. That's it. I know. The 1-1 pitch in the air, hit out over towards left field. It's just warning track power. Simpson's there, and he'll make the grab for the first out of the 6th. I really wanted the White Sox to win that game. I did. I wanted them to come back. I thought that Murakami was going to hit the homer in the 8th. It was just barely foul. And they almost stole it in the 9th. That was unbelievable. 2-0 Rays. Top of the 6th. And the pitch is down for a ball to George Springer. Jackie Wilson, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. 1 ball, no strikes to George. And he takes a curveball that's a little bit high for ball 2. The Giants-Padres game was cool when we first got on. Like, that was awesome. And then it just became a blowout. The 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. 2-1 pitch, and that is outside for ball 3. My favorite, though, is when we had the I call it the double diamond, where we call 2 games at once and we go back and forth pitch by pitch. And there were 2 action plays. There was like an RBI double by Perdomo and a 2-run base hit in the other game that we were doing. That was really cool. 3-1 pitch, grounded over to third, picked up by Caminero, throws it over to first, and there is out number 2. Caminero made a diving stop, got up, spinned, turned, and threw a missile over to first. And I'll tell you what, Jonathan Aranda doesn't get enough love over at first base for his defense. That guy lays out, and he just extends so well over at first. Here's Kazuma Okamoto, who stares at strike 1 against McClanahan. No balls, 1 strike. Okamoto 1 for 2. The pitch. Change up that misses down for a ball. Bryce Harper's on fire. He is. The pitch. Up high for a ball. Yes, sir. You're going to have to. Absolutely, Spider Burns. Which is a sick name, by the way. I never said that to you, but that's a really cool name. Spider Burns Giants. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Whew. He is throwing that curveball really, really well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 on the way. And the changeup just misses. It was a good idea. The count's now 3-2. Is this ready to be sipped upon? No. It was frozen. It's been like over an hour and a half. It's still pretty frozen. 3-2 pitch, and that's low for ball 4. And so there's a 2-out walk for Okamoto. And we're going to have a timeout taken on the mound here. And so there will be a conference. This is a frozen coffee. This is from Dunkin'. I got it a couple of days ago, and I put it in the freezer because I thought, you know what, I got to treat myself after we did our marathon of streaming, which was cool. But this is an Oreo crumble cookie cup. What was it? A latte? A frappuccino, I meant to say. From Dunkin' Donuts. From Dunkin'. Did you hear that Embiid is out for tonight? Yep. I definitely heard. It is what it is. They got to get the job done. And you know what? That's just how it goes. It sucks. But maybe that can get the rest of the team fired up. And maybe also, you know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Am I nervous about tonight? A little bit. But they weren't supposed to be here, chat. The Sixers weren't supposed to be right where they are. I want them to win, of course. But I don't know. Angelo, thank you so much for the sub over on YouTube. We are now 44 subscribers away, chat, from getting to 10,000 subscribers. 44 more. Unbelievable. 44 more. 2 outs, top of the 6th. This is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who's up to bat. Facing Kevin Kelly here. And the pitch is in there for a strike. So, Shane McClanahan's day is done. Kevin Cash went out there and just pulled McClanahan. He only had 69 pitches. 0-1 pitch to Vladdy, and there's a towering fly ball hit out to left field, but it'll stay in the ballpark, and the catch is made. Vladdy knew that he got a little bit underneath it, but he also thought that it was going to go, and there is the third out, and we will go to the bottom of the sixth. That was close. I was going to say, these managers never learn. McClanahan went 5 2/3, 4 strikeouts. And Kelly got the outs. Don't know how, but he did. Jackson, thank you so much for the sub. You are the man. Yes, sir. Good to see you on here, my guy. Vladdy was hunting for his third homer of the season. Wasn't going to get it there. Jay's 7th inning magic. I am worthy is here. You are worthy. I like that name too. We got some cool names. Yes, sir. All right, so just to catch you up on how this game has gotten to right where it is, Johnny DeLuca had himself an RBI double in the bottom of the fourth off of Patrick Corbin. And Chandler Simpson also had an RBI single as well to make it 2-0 in the same inning. McClanahan went 5 2/3, gave up 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He was really good out there on the bump today. The curveball and the changeup were filthy, and he did an excellent job. Patrick Corbin also pitched pretty well, too. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. Got a lot of ground ball outs. And Jonathan Aranda is going to come on up to the plate. I don't know if his day is done. It isn't. And the pitch is grounded over towards short. Clement picks it up, throws it over to first, and there's the first out of the 6th inning. Thanks for mentioning me. I got you, my friend. You subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you. Have to give you a little fist bump. Now, John Schneider is going to make a move. So he was just going to face Jonathan Aranda. That was it. So now we have ourselves another pitch and change. All right, it's time for shout-outs. Let me know where you guys are tuning on in from this afternoon to this lovely Tampa Bay-Toronto game. I want to hear where you guys are tapping on in from, and I will make sure that I shout you out in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Where are we tapping on in from today? Where are we tapping on in from today? I'm sure that we have some people out in Tampa. We got Pittsburgh in the chat, I know that. That's for sure. Etobicoke, Toronto. Did I say that correctly? Jerry, shout out to you. I'm tuning on in from anywhere USA. That's PAS. Go subscribe to Pure Adrenaline Sports as he covers the Flyers, he covers the Mets, and he covers the Jets as well. We got Kansas in the chat. Cody is here. Cody, what's going on, Cody? Tuning in from the age of 39. That sounds like a beautiful place. How you doing, my friend? Always good to see you. And happy belated birthday to you, my guy. Angelo from Havana, Cuba on YouTube. Angelo, shout out to you. We got Gilbert, Arizona in the chat. Estrella is here. Let's go. Hello, Estrella. Hello, Estrella. Good to see ya. Hope you're having a lovely day. All right, thank you all again for coming on. And here we go to the bottom of the 6th with 1 out. Johnny DeLuca is facing Fisher. This is Braden Fisher this season has a 2.95 earned run average and 18 strikeouts along with 7 walks surrendered. 1 ball, no strikes, and the 1-0 pitch. There's a called strike on the outside edge. 1-1 is the count. Bottom of the 6th. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. We got Toronto in the chat. Jackson is here. Shout out to Jackson again. 1-2 is the count as the 1-1 was fouled away. Street Chemistry here from Atlanta, Georgia, that is. The 1-2 pitch from Fisher. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And then we got Lord Mo from St. John's, Canada. Fist pump to Lord Mo. How are you doing on this beautiful afternoon? Chris from Florida. Robidoux. Chris Robidoux. Is that how you say it? Is it Robidoux or is it Robidux? I want to make sure I get that correct. 1 ball, no strikes. This is Ben Williamson in the box. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And the pitch, foul ball. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. We go on for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, Eagles football, and we also love doing baseball. Another baseball game that we've done that's not the Phillies. This is our 3rd Rays game that we've done this year, our first Toronto game that we've done. The pitch, foul ball, 43 away from 10K, baby. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Braden Fisher versus Ben Williamson. Fisher comes set and fires, and the pitch is down and away for ball 2. It's righty versus righty. Braden Fisher, 6 feet 4 inches tall, 180 pounds, 25 years old. He's on the bump, and the 2-2 on the way, foul ball, and we'll do it again. In his last outing, he didn't do good at all. Ended up allowing 3 earned runs against the Minnesota Twins. Did walk a batter, also struck out 1. That was his worst outing of the season. The 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called at the knees. The curveball was at the knees, and it just danced into the zone. And the inning is over. So we played 6 frames, and we will go to the 7th inning. Toronto down 2-0 to Tampa Bay. I Am Worthy says, it is time. It is time. Anybody know what Disney movie that's from? It Is Time. The one that I'm thinking of. If you like Disney, subscribe to the channel. If you don't like Disney, that's cool. Subscribe anyways. Let's take another sip of water. If you guys do want to become a member, it is $2.99 a month. The link is right over here. It's a good way to support the channel. You get access to all these emotes. Is it from Toy Story? Nope. Jackson says, I love Disney. I love Disney too. It's not from Toy Story. Lion King. Lion King is correct. Congratulations to Ray. He got it. I know, I'm sassy. I am. I'm sassy. But yeah, that is correct. Rafiki said it in Lion King. That is correct. Good job. By the way, the Brewers lead at 4-0 against the Cardinals. That's going to go to the top of the 5th. Tampa Bay leads it 2-0 in the top of the 7th against Toronto. Other games that are underway right now, well, the Astros lead at 1-0 against the Dodgers. And back to this ball game. 1 ball, no strikes to Dalton Varsho, who's 0 for 2, facing Kevin Kelly. And Varsho is going to smack one out to center field for a base hit. It gets past the dive of Williamson, and Varsho gets on with a leadoff single in the top of the 7th, and the tying run is going to come on up to the plate. Really? That's so cool. You have a Mickey Mouse baseball jersey right now. That's so awesome. Send me a pic, my hotline. If you guys want to ever text on into the hotline, you can. It's, let me make sure that I drop the phone number down below. You got tickets to for tonight's Phillies games. Not sure if it'll be postponed or not. Yeah, I don't know. The balls, 1 strike. Top of the 7th, and the 0-1 pitch. This is going to be flied out over towards shallow center field. And there to make the grab for out number 1, out in center field for Tampa Bay, is DeLuca. The hotline. Here is the hotline. Whoops. Forgot the exclamation point. There we go. Hello from Bulgaria. Go Jays. Let's go. We have another timeout that's going to be taken on the mound here. 1 out, top of the 7th. 2-0 Tampa Bay. They scored both of their runs off of Patrick Corbin in the 4th inning. Other than that, Corbin actually pitched very well for them. The Jays are trying to avoid a sweep against Tampa Bay and also end a 3-game losing streak, as they are 16-20. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay is trying to get their 2,000th win of the season. That's one way to put it. Trying to get their 24th win. 3 hits for Toronto, 5 hits for Tampa Bay. The difference is the 2 runs. And here comes Andres Jimenez, who's going to pinch hit for Davis Schneider. The balls, 1 strike. The pitch. And that is taken inside for a ball. I don't usually do that. But yeah, send me a pic. That's so cool. The Rays are 11-1 over their last 12. 1-1 pitch. And that is bounced foul towards the right side. Hey, JJ. See what I did there, VW? Did you hear that? What's up, my friend? How you doing? How you doing, my friend? 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th. 1 out. And the pitch to Jimenez. Line drive hit out towards right center field. And that is caught by DeLuca. Did an excellent job tracking it down towards his left side. Caught it by the numbers. And does a high five with the glove to his teammate out in right center field. And that's Ryan Valade. And he takes away a base hit for out number 2. Corbin didn't strike out in the first, did he? I don't know. I don't think in the first inning, did Patrick Corbin strike anybody out? No. I keep score. Toronto Maple Leafs fan is here. What's going on, Toronto Maple Leafs fan? And by the way, congratulations to you on getting the first overall pick of the draft lottery and for winning. That's awesome. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch to Straw. That's a foul ball over towards the left side. I was watching that last night, and I heard that you guys got the first pick. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Straw in the box. Kelly on the bump. The 0-2 pitch, and it's low for a ball. The toss back over to first, and that is not in time. The toss back over to first again. That is not in time either. One-two pitch. Bouncer hit over to third. Caminero in foul ground. Throws it to first, and it's not in time. That was a bang-bang play by Junior Caminero. Almost got the out at first. And Kevin Cash says, hold up a second. Let's see again. He backhanded it, went into foul territory, threw it off balance to first, and it was just not in time. Straw just beat it out. That was a heck of an effort. Really, a sensational play by Caminero. Even though he didn't get the out, 2 outs, top of the 7th, and we're going to have a pitching change with 2 runners on. And so, a pitching change coming on up as Yohendrick Pinongo is going to come on up to the plate. All right, I'm going to ask you a baseball trivia question, okay? For those of you who want to participate, you most certainly can. If you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. So the question that I have for you is as follows. There have been a total of 24 Grand Slams hit in World Series history. I want you to tell me the last 3 players who have hit a Grand Slam in the World Series. There have been 3 over the last 2 years. I'll put it to you that way. Who has hit a Grand Slam in the 2024 and 2025 World Series? I'll make it easier for you. Freddie Freeman. That's 1. Good job, PAS. Good job. That's 1. Think about the teams that were in the World Series over the last 2 years. Freddie Freeman's 1. Adam Duvall. Nope. Good guess, though. Addison Barger. That's another 1. Will Smith. Garrett Cleavinger is going to pitch. Barger is 1. Freeman's 2. And who is 3? Anthony Volpe. Good job. Anthony Volpe did it in Game 4 of the 2024 World Series. Excellent job. Good job. Yohendrick Pinongo is going to bat. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, top of the 7th. 2 runners on. And the pitch is in there for a strike. But yes, there have been 24 Grand Slams in World Series history. And those are the last 3. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the 7th, 2 away. 2 runners on. And the pitch, check swing, I don't know if he went, but regardless, the ball's going to get away from the catcher, and that's going to put runners over at second and third. He didn't go, so it's a 2-1 count, and a base hit ties this baby up. Yohendrick Pinongo is up to bat. Varsho's at third, Straw's at second. The pitch, and that is in there for a strike. Toronto's 0 for 3 today with runners in scoring position. Tampa Bay is 1 for 5. Clevenger facing Penongo, trying to get out of the jam. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on, 2-0 Tampa Bay. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. He struck him out. And we will go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Rays fans on their feet. And we go to the bottom of the 7th out at Tropicana Field. Wow. He got out of it. Kevin Cash made a move, and it worked. It absolutely worked. We are 43 subscribers away from getting to 10,000 subscribers, chat. Let's go. Action from the Trop. Ugh, that ballpark. He rocks, kicks, and fires. Is it still here? JJ, just curious if you've ever had a White House sub shop in Atlantic City. 1 of 1. I've never had that before. Nope. Never had that. But speaking of AC and speaking of the store, you know what I could go for right now? Fried Oreos. Ugh. Probably not good for the stomach. Not good for nutrition, but you know what? Good for the soul. I could go for some fried Oreos, though. If you've never had a fried Oreo, you don't know what you're missing out on. Those things are definitely magical. They are. So you had the last 3 guys to homer in the World Series: Freddie Freeman, Addison Barger, and Anthony Volpe. 2-0 Tampa Bay as we go to the bottom of the 7th. There's BW. He's still here. Just 9 hits in this ball game. That's it. By the way, folks, we are doing the 76ers game tonight. No Philadelphia Phillies as the Sixers continue their playoff run. Once their season is over, then it's just Phillies, of course. No balls, 1 strike. That's until the Eagles come on. Sixers are without Embiid tonight. Still not counting them out, though. No balls, 1 strike. Fried Orioles, how dare you. Speaking of the Orioles, if you guys want to go listen to a guy that covers Baltimore Orioles games and does an awesome job, the guy is in the chat. And if he's not going to drop his link down below, one of the mods will. So it's up to him if he wants to do it. But he's really good. And that is Orioles Birdwatcher. BW, as they call him. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Simpson. It's grounded over towards first, played on the hop by Vladdy. And there is out number 1. BW did a great job filling on in for JJ while he was in the Bahamas. I asked him if he could do it, and he said, I'll pinch hit JJ. He didn't say I'll pinch hit, but he said that he would love to do it. And he did an excellent job. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. The pitch to Fortes. Swing and a miss. Nick did single in the 4th. His average is at 270. 0-1 pitch, and that's up high for a ball. JJ, have you tried fried alligator in New Orleans? I've never been to New Orleans before. I've never had fried alligator. Nope. Two balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. Grounded over towards short. Picked up by Clement, and the throw to first is in time. And my bad, actually, playing over at shortstop now is Andres Jimenez, as Ernie Clement slides on over to second for Sosa. And Dalton Varsho is out in center field. Straw moves over to right, and Penango goes from right to left. So it's Penango in left, Straw in right, and Varsho in center for the Toronto Blue Jays. And here's Taylor Walls, and he stares at the pitch that's a little bit low for ball one. One ball, no strikes, and the 1-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. How we doing on the likes? 1-1 pitch. The curveball is in there for strike two. Fisher is still pitching, by the way. Lewis Varland is warming up, and he will pitch the 8th inning. It's funny because on the depth chart, they have him listed as the closer, but I guess that now that's Hoffman's role again. I don't know. 1-2 pitch. Up high for ball two. Two balls, two strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. And this is going to be popped foul and out of play. No Flyers hockey. Flyers fan here. Yeah, I don't do play-by-play for hockey on YouTube. It's like really, really hard to call because there's a lot of things that you don't get to see that are off the screen. So like when they're doing the line changes, it's like super hard to keep up with all of that. But we'll definitely be watching them. Absolutely tomorrow as we call the Phillies game. The 2-2 pitch. And that's taken down and inside for ball three. So the count is full at 3-2. That was a heartbreaker. They really lost a heartbreaker of a game in game two, and I was not happy that night. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th and the payoff pitch, and that's up high for ball 4. And so Walls gets on with a 2-out walk, and he's over at first base. And the Rays are looking to try to get some more runs on the board. John Schneider is going to go back out there, and that is going to do it for Braden Fisher. Things were going by very quickly over the first 6 innings, and then they've slowed up with all the pitching changes and the longer at-bats. So 2 away in the bottom of the 7th, and we have ourselves another pitching change. I'm too shy, JJ. Don't be shy. If Straw is playing corner outfield, something is wrong with Toronto. Well, I'll put it to you this way. There's no Nathan Lucas. There's no Addison Barger. And there's no Anthony Santander. So Davis Schneider played today, but he got taken out. So Toronto really is dealing with the injury bug. They're without Scherzer. They're without Bieber still. They have really taken a lot of injuries for sure. They're also missing Yimi Garcia. And then they're without Alejandro Kirk. How could I forget about that? Alejandro Kirk is still missing for them. So they're... It's like one of the reasons why that they're 16-20. Missing a lot of key pieces. Louis, thank you so much. Louis Varland. I'm not perfect, but thank you for the correction. We are now 43 away. Let's go. 43 more subscribers away. And how are we doing on the likes? Let me pull it up on my phone. We got 118 people watching. That is incredible. 63 of you have hit the thumbs up button. Let's get to 100 likes, chat. Louis Varland on the bump facing Yandy Diaz. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, and the toss back over to first. That is not in time. $35 away. Cheers. Yes, sir. Barland with a four-seamer, a curveball, a changeup, a slider, and a two-seamer. Now repeat that back to me. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Diaz in the box. And the pitch is grounded softly over towards short. Jimenez picks it up, has plenty of time, and throws it over to first to get the 3rd out of the inning. So we go to the 8th frame. 2-0 Tampa Bay. That is the score. All right, let's take a look at some other games going on in Major League Baseball right now as we speak. The Milwaukee Brewers are up 5-0 against the St. Louis Cardinals. They put up 6 hits, Milwaukee, today. And they had a 3-run shot from Andrew Vaughn. Also, Jake Bauers had an RBI single. All that happened in the first inning. They put up 4 runs in the first. And then in the 5th inning, Joey Ortiz scored on a wild pitch that was thrown by Andres Palante. Brandon Sproat has gone 4 innings. He's allowed 1 hit. He actually is done. He went 4 innings. He gave up 1 hit, no runs, walked 3, and struck out 5. Palante, 5 innings, 6 hits allowed, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts for him today. We got the Dodgers and the Astros knotted up at 1 apiece right now. Tyler Glasnow left the game. He only went 1 inning, and Jack Dreyer just threw an inning. So, that was it for Tyler Glasnow. I don't remember what the injury was that they just said was wrong with Tyler Glasnow, but I will let you know once I find out. You might find out before me. Lance McCullers has gone 2 innings so far. He's given up 2 hits, 1 earned run. Bryce Matthews homered for the Houston Astros, and then Kyle Tucker scored on a wild pitch. That's how the game became tied. Those are all your scores around Major League Baseball so far. So Tyler Glasnow left the game for the LA Dodgers. Left just after 19 pitches. His velocities were all on par with his yearly average. And they don't know what they're calling it just yet, according to what I see. Here we go to the top of the 8th. Brian Baker is going to face Jesus Sanchez, who will pinch hit for Taylor Heineman. I need some food after this game. The 0-1 pitch, and it's outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Baker has a 4-seamer, a changeup, and a slider that he throws. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss to the former Marlin, Jesus Sanchez. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. We are 43 subscribers away from getting to the 10,000 subscriber marker. It is free. The 1-2 delivery, up high for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 delivery to Sanchez, and he knifes it off and fouls it away. Later today, it'll be White Sox and Angels at 4:07. You got Padres and Giants at 3:45, and Braves and Mariners at 4:10. And there's a lot of games tonight. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Sanchez is down on strikes. Could not catch up to the fastball. And it's George Springer who is going to come on up to the plate once more. Springer in the box. Takes a pitch that's inside for ball 1. Last year, George had 32 homers as a Blue Jay and batted .309. That was his highest batting average that he's ever had. 1-0 pitch. Inside for ball 2. We mentioned this before, but he is now 5 homers away from getting to the 300 marker. He also needs 14 more runs scored to get to 1,000 runs. Two balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. And Springer fouls this one off, or flies this one over towards the right side. And the catch is made by Williamson for out number 2. The camera angle wasn't really such a good angle there. It looked like that it was going to go foul. And it was caught by Williamson out towards shallow right center. Also Springer, by the way, when he swung at that pitch, he took a little bit of a weird turn, and he lost his balance as well. But he got up, and he said that he's okay. Just something to keep your eye on. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. So regardless, the end result was a foul out from George Springer. .43 away, says Max. Yes, sir. Let's go. All right, George. I can't have you saying stuff like that in my chat, man. That's the type of stuff that gets you banned. You got to keep it clean. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 8th. All I ask for people is just to come on here and just have a good time and just keep it baseball, or just keep it, keep it clean. They're calling it a lower back issue. Oof. 1-2 pitch. That's taken down for ball 2. What did my man even say? Two balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch to Okamoto, and that's a foul ball. Jerry says 28. Let's go. Keep hitting that thumbs up button. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is in the on-deck circle. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Okamoto. The pitch fouled away. Baker gets set at the belt again. He kicks, fires, and Okamoto slaps it foul and out of play towards the left side. Our Belt is here. What's going on, Our Belt? Shout out to you, my friend. Says thank you for the broadcast. You do a great job. Thank you. Next pitch to Okamoto, grounded back up the middle. Second baseman backs it up on the backhand and throws it over to first, and it's in time. So Williamson got right over to the baseball right behind the bag. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tampa Bay trying to get some insurance as Cedric Mullins will lead it off when we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 43 more, man. 43 more subscribers. Insane. Freaking insane. It's been a heck of a 2 months. I said that we were going to, I said that coming on into the year, we were going to be grinding. And we were going to be doing a lot of content come March, starting World Baseball Classic. We did 23 World Baseball Classic games. We did a lot of March Madness games. We still were covering the Sixers, and we were obviously doing a lot of Philly stuff. And once people knew that, the Sixers were really cold, obviously we were focusing on the Phillies, but then everybody knew that once the playoffs came back that we'd be covering the Sixers, and they've been on a weird run. But we've been keeping busy, man. We still keep going. We did a beautiful fundraiser for my brother, which was awesome. We raised over $4,000. I think it's actually up to now $4,800. which is unbelievable. We did 48 hours of that last week. And people are like, are you taking a break? And I'm like, yep, we got a Phillies game tonight. I'll see you then. After 48 hours. Can't miss a Phillies game. Nope. It's been a lot of fun, though. Oh, it was good. Thank you. I'm a rare Rays fan. You're a rare Rays fan. What's the difference between a non-rare Rays fan and a rare Rays fan? Tongue twister. The pitch, and that's a foul ball. No balls, one strike, and the pitch is down and in for a ball. How many subs did you have before World Baseball Classic? I'll get back to you in a sec. I'll find out. The 1-1 pitch, and that is taken down for ball 2. So right before WBC, so that was 76ers versus Jazz. The 2-1 pitch, and that's low and inside for ball 3. Louis Varland is still pitching. So we had 8,328. 8,328 right before WBC. Three balls, two strikes to Cedric Mullins. Bottom of the 8th. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the payoff pitch. And it's a foul ball towards the right side. It seems like there's been exponential growth. Yeah, for sure. The grind, man. We're having fun. 3-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit out to right field, and a leadoff single to start off the bottom of the 8th from the former Oriole, Cedric Mullins. And he's over at first base. That fastball just stayed up towards the outside edge, and Mullins read it perfectly. Charge! The extra fin. That's what's unusual. That's what's rare. The extra fin. That's what makes you a rare Rays fan. Here's Junior Caminero up to bat, and he takes the knuckle curve down for a ball. They were born in my backyard back in 1998. I've been along for the whole ride thus far. That's cool. That's so awesome. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. You just don't see us represented much. Hey, man, you guys are out there. I see you guys. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, diving stop by Okamoto. Gets up, throws it to first. It's in time. Kazuma Okamoto robs Junior Caminero on a base hit. He just took that thing away. He had to dive really quickly, and then he threw it over to first. It took a couple of skip hops over to first base, and Guerrero extended perfectly, and there's out number 1. And we got a runner over at second. So Cedric Mullins advanced over to second base. They will intentionally walk Jonathan Aranda, and that'll put runners over at first and second for Tampa Bay. The Rays are trying to get some insurance. Our buddy FS is a Rays fan. Here's Johnny DeLuca, who's in the box. 1 out, and he stares at strike 1 right down Broadway. No balls, 1 strike to Johnny DeLuca, who's 1 for 3. He had the RBI double back in the 4th to give Tampa Bay a 1-0 lead against Patrick Corbin and the Toronto Blue Jays. Next pitch, and it's down and away. Blue Jays have Mason Fluharty warming up in their bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch, here it comes. Grounded over towards the third base side, but it's a foul ball. So Mullins goes back to second, and Aranda goes back over to first. DeLuca had the RBI double, and Simpson had the RBI single in the 4th inning, and that's all the scoring today. Varland comes set and delivers, and the knuckle curve is in the dirt for ball 2. Thank you so much, my friend. Consider subscribing to the channel if you guys enjoy this play-by-play coverage. We are 43 subs away from 10,000, and we do a lot of baseball. The 2-2 pitch, ground ball, back up the middle. The second baseman has it, backhands it, throws it over to second for 1. The throw over to first, it's not in time. It gets away from Vladdy, and Mullins scores. Ernie Clement had a throw over towards the left side of Guerrero, and Tampa Bay adds on another run. That was a bad throw from Clement. Tough play for Vladdy. And he had the rush, obviously. And it's a 3-0 game. So that goes down as a fielder's choice and an error on Clement. So that's an E4. 1 ball, no strikes, bottom of the 8th. 2 outs. The pitch. And that is down and away for ball 2. Bad throw there by Ernie Clement. Guerrero did everything that he possibly could to get to that ball. The 2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss. 41 more subs. Let's go. We are 41 subscribers away from reaching our next milestone, 10,000 subscribers. The 2-1 pitch. It's up high for ball 3. Our next baseball game is tomorrow afternoon. We got the Philadelphia Phillies tomorrow night. We cover the Phillies primarily on this channel, along with the Philadelphia 76ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The 3-1 pitch. Fouled away. And we'll do it again. Tomorrow's game is going to be Kansas City. The Royals are facing the Guardians at 2:10. The 3-2 pitch, and there it is. It's just a bit inside for ball 4. They didn't want to challenge it, and Varland allows a 2-out walk. And that puts runners at first and second base. Pitch track said it was a little bit inside. And John Schneider is going to make another move. Fluharty is going to come on in to face Chandler Simpson. They're waving goodbye to their pitcher, Varland. How we doing, chat? 41 more, baby! Don't forget to like as well. Did we get to 100 likes yet? Did we get to 100 likes? Smash that thumbs up button. Don't break your finger. Definitely don't do that. We got 132 watching. That means that 60 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. And I'm sure that not all of you have subscribed to the channel as well, as we are 41 subscribers away from our biggest milestone on this channel, and that is 10,000 subscribers. Subscribing and liking is free. All you got to do is sign on into your Google account and subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Just a little bit more about me. I'm from South Jersey. I graduated from Rowan University with a sports communication and media degree. And I was really fortunate. Dave, thank you so much for the sub. I got to actually call minor league baseball games for the Delaware for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, and also I did G League basketball games for the Delaware Blue Coats. And I got the bug when I was really young. It was back in 2006. I just had a love for baseball. I really did, and I thought that I really would like to go on into broadcasting. And here we are on YouTube and calling games for other people and just having fun and interacting with you guys. You guys are the color commentators, and I love this whole interaction. I really do. We built a family on here, and I'm very proud of what we've been able to build. The ball is one strike. Mason Fluharty is pitching. If I'm saying it incorrectly, please correct me if I'm wrong. The ball is one strike. The pitch. It's up high for a ball. One ball, one strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Chandler Simpson, who steals a lot of bags, he is up to bat. The 1-1 delivery, and that misses way outside for ball 2. Chandler had the RBI single in the 4th. That was his 8th run batted in this season. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. The 2-1 delivery, swing and a miss. And the count is now 2-2. I have such a blast. I love doing baseball. We're on every day. Pretty much. Unless I'm on vacation. 2-2 pitch. And that is fouled away. Fluharty is correct. Good. I try. I'm not perfect. I've been watching the league. I've been watching baseball for a while, but I'm still learning. Always learning. The 2-2 pitch, and that's another foul ball. Chandler is 25 years old. From Atlanta, Georgia. 5 feet 11 inches tall. Left-handed hitter. Holds the bat close. The 2-2, he slaps it foul towards the left side, and Nakamoto just out of reach. Tried to slide for that baseball. If he was just maybe a step towards the right side, he needed one more step to make that catch, and he almost slid right on into the dugout. Oof. Ouch. Says he's okay. Gets up and goes back over to his fielding position. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And time called by Fluharty. Chandler coming on into today was 5 for 20 in the month of May. The 2-2. It's outside and low for ball 3. He has faced Mason 4 times and has been successful once. Technically, he's faced him 5 times, but he had a single and a walk. He's also struck out against him. 3-2 pitch, and he gets a good piece of the cutter and fouls it off, making him work. 9 pitches for Fluharty. And this at-bats, all sweepers and cutters. 4 sweepers, 5 cutters. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch on the way, and another cutter that's fouled away. That was going outside and low, and Simpson got it off the end of the bat to stay alive. Ben Williamson's over at first base. And over at second, it's Johnny DeLuca. The 3-2 pitch, here it comes. And that ball is slapped out over towards center field, but there to make the grab is Varsho for out number 3. We're going to go to the 9th inning. The Rays do get an extra run on a DeLuca fielder's choice and a throwing error by Ernie Clement. And so, last chance for Toronto. The Rays are 3 outs away from sweeping the Toronto Blue Jays. And so, we go to the top of the 9th inning. All right, let's go. Tonight, we got Sixers and Knicks at 7 o'clock. Be there or be J squared. As play-by-play with JJ is going to be calling the game. I enjoyed that the Phillies have outperformed the Mets here recently. Donnie Baseball will do them right. I hope so, man. So far, so good. Mela Hachel, thank you so much for the sub. Dave, thank you for the sub. Let's go. Let's keep getting those subs up and keep hitting that thumbs up button. 41 more subs till we get to 10,000 subscribers. 41 more, man. 41 more. Insane. Absolutely wild. Unbelievable, chat. We are also 25 likes away, 24 likes away from getting to 100 likes over on YouTube, which is also insane as well. Let's go. We did hear the news, not to change the vibe, as Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is up, and the first pitch is outside and high for a ball. We did hear the news that Ted Turner did pass away today, and so our heart goes out to all the Atlanta Braves fans and the Braves community, because we know that it's a difficult day for them. Our heart is obviously still with the Yankees and the loss of John Sterling for them. But rest in peace to Ted. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ted was 87 years old. 1 ball, 2 strikes, top of the 9th. Seymour on the bump. And the pitch to Guerrero. And he fouls that one off towards the right side. I didn't know that he was also the owner of the Atlanta Hawks, too. So thoughts go out to them as well, and the Atlanta Thrashers. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 pitch is fouled towards the right side. 40 more, baby! 40 more subs. 1 ball, 2 strikes, top of the 9th. The 1-2 to Guerrero, swing and a miss. And there is out number 1 in the top of the 9th inning. So there's 1 out. Big part of wrestling too, yeah. World Championship Wrestling for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, he passed away. It was reported at least 5 hours ago. At the age of 87. Here's Dalton Varsho. Count is 1-0. Ted Turner passes away on my birthday at 87. Today, my birthday. Oh, today is your birthday. Oh, that's right. When you were on, it was the morning, so it was your birthday. I thought that it was yesterday, but when you came on, it was technically morning. 1-0 pitch to Varsho. Fly ball hit out over towards left field, and there's Simpson to make the catch for out number 2. The Rays are 1 out away from shutting out and sweeping the Toronto Blue Jays. Ted lived in Marietta, Georgia, on the day I was born in Marietta, Georgia. That's crazy. Ernie Clements, it's all up to him. Seymour looking for another save, and the pitch is in there for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike. Ian Seymour, 19 strikeouts and a 5.4 ERA. Looking to try to get the save. His first one of the season. The 0-1 fouled away towards the left side, and the Blue Jays are down to their final strike. We got some analysis after this, too. 0-2 on the way, and this ball is floated out over towards shallow center, but there to make the catch is Williamson, and the ball game is over. The Rays sweep the Jays and shut them out as well by a final score of 3-0. Tampa Bay gets themselves another win on the season. They're now 24-12. They've won 2/3 of their games. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays fall to 16-21. And so, McClanahan gets his 3rd win, Corbin gets his 1st loss, and Seymour gets his 1st save of the season. Ring the bell, the Rays win. Okay. Time for our post-game show. Okay, so that is the ball game. Okay, so here's what I want to say. All right, first and foremost, this was a really good game. I thought that we'll talk about both perspectives, right? The Tampa Bay Rays, obviously, congratulations to them. They are playing really good baseball. They've won 12 of their last 13. They are cruising. They have been unbelievable. McClanahan today was on fire. That guy, with his changeup that he was throwing and his curveball, after about the 2nd inning, I said to myself, it's going to be really, really hard for the Toronto Blue Jays to be able to score runs off of this guy because he is dealing. He really is. He's not really the strikeout pitcher that he once was, but he's putting the ball into some really good spots, and he is just so deceptive with his pitches out there. So he is cruising, and he pitched a very good game. By the way, that was his 4th win of the season, so he's now 4-2. George Springer was off balance. Okamoto was off balance a little bit against him too. Vladdy just could not solve him, and he was magnificent out there on the mound. He really was. So, yes, he got the win. The Rays bullpen did a really good job. Got to give a lot of credit to Kelly. I still don't understand why they took McClanahan out in the 6th inning with 2 away, because he only had 69 pitches, and Vladdy almost hit a home run off of Kelly. If that was maybe a couple of more feet further, that would have been a home run. So they dodged a bullet there, but Kevin Cash was playing the analytics game, and it almost backfired. It really did. But then the bullpen did good. Seymour got his 1st save. He looked very good out there on the mound. He was throwing strikes. He had 9 strikes on 11 pitches, so he was really solid. And the Rays deserve a lot of credit. With that being said, though, the Toronto Blue Jays, I know that they're dealing with a lot of injuries, but they are also in a bad funk as well. When your top 3 hitters go a combined 1 for 11, and Okamoto's the only one that's getting on base, I mean, you're clearly having some problems. They looked like that they were just lost out there at the plate. And part of that, yes, I give a lot of credit to Shane McClanahan. But at the same time, there were some really bad plate approaches at the plate that we saw from guys like Hyman, like guys from Ernie Clement and Davis Schneider. Ernie Clement did not have a good day today. He was really struggling out there. They shifted him over to second base. He had the throwing error in the 8th inning. Bad throw to get the 3rd run home for the Tampa Bay Rays. And that was definitely a rally killer as well. Springer has just not looked good at the plate. He has not looked good. And part of my thing is how come he's continuing to bat in the leadoff spot? This guy has not gotten a hit he got a hit on Friday, but the problem has been he hasn't gotten an extra base hit since April 10th. I know that he's coming back from the IL, and I know that he was hurt, but he's been struggling a little bit lately and just has not been able to find his groove. So I guess that they're continuing to put him in the leadoff spot because he's coming back from the injury that he dealt with, and he was out for at least almost 3 weeks. So, but they're still trying to get him back into that groove, but clearly it's not working. And I don't know what other option they have, but he has not been doing good at the plate. Vladdy also just didn't have a good day today. The team as a whole, they were 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position, and they left 5 men on base. They could not get Patrick Corbin any sort of run support, and Patrick was actually pitching pretty well. Besides the 4th inning, he did great. He kept his calm, cool, and collectiveness out there on the bump, and he was in cruise control. He pitched a very good game. It was a quick start, really. Like, the first 6 innings were just about an hour. That was it. And then the game sort of slowed up a little bit after that with all the bullpen moves and the pitching changes, but this was a very fast-paced game. But anyhow, regardless, the Rays, they were 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. That's not going to win you a lot of games, but when your pitching is able to dominate and Shane McClanahan's looking like a top pitcher, like Derek Lowe, if you will, just getting the ground ball outs, yeah, there you go. You're probably going to be able to win some games there because you're getting some really good production from your pitching staff. So that was good for them. The stars of the game, I just have to say it's Shane McClanahan. He deserves the MVP for the Tampa Bay Rays because without him, they don't win that game. Johnny DeLuca also had the big RBI double. It was a big swing that he had out to the right center field gap that Aranda was able to score from, and Aranda was sprinting. I mean, he knew as soon as that ball was hit, I'm going all the way to home plate. And he got in there, and good hustle play from him. The Tampa Bay Rays, I give them credit because they play a lot of small ball. I thought that the Toronto Blue Jays tried to swing for the fences a lot today, and they were chasing at pitches, but they just didn't do a good job at manufacturing, not just getting guys on base, but it was just more so about their approach that really was just not good today. And I don't know. I haven't been following them all season long, but just from today's look, they just didn't have a good approach. So, but the Rays are playing some very good baseball. They're playing small ball. They're crafty, and they're playing a good brand of baseball, and you got to tip your cap to them at the same exact time. But the Blue Jays got swept, and they're going to have to figure out how to right the ship, if you will. Tomorrow, the Toronto Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays are both off tomorrow. On Friday, though, Toronto is going to be playing the Angels out at the Rogers Center. Reed Detmers faces Dylan Cease on Friday. Should be a good matchup there. That'll be on Friday night at 7:07 p.m. Eastern Time. On Saturday, they play at 3:07, and it'll be Trey Savage going up against Jack Kokanchowicz. And so he will be pitching on Saturday. And then on Sunday, the Toronto Blue Jays will have Eric Lauer going up against Jose Soriano for the Angels. And we'll see what they're able to do this weekend. As far as things go for Tampa Bay, the Rays are going to be on the road, and they will be facing the Boston Red Sox at 7:10. They have not figured out yet who's going to pitch on Friday, but they will face Ranger Suarez on Friday night. That game's at 7:10. On Saturday, they play the Red Sox in the afternoon. Nick Martinez will face Peyton Toll. And then on Sunday, Tampa Bay has Drew Rasmussen facing Brian Bello, who pitched really, really well in his last game I saw. So that is what's going on. That game on Sunday will be at 1:37 or at 1:35 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday afternoon. So that's about it for me. Tonight we got Sixers and Knicks. That game will begin at 7. We'll be starting our stream at about 6:25. So make sure that you guys hop on for that. And then with that, I will catch you all tomorrow afternoon. If the Phillies game is postponed tonight, we'll obviously be doing the Phillies game tomorrow afternoon. And then we'll be doing the doubleheader, if there is a doubleheader tomorrow. But if not, then we're just going to be doing the Guardians versus the Royals tomorrow afternoon at 2:10. So I will catch you all on the next one. Thank you all again so much for being on here. And I will see you all tonight. All right. Good night. And Lala Tov.